Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a few different unique business ideas that you probably haven't seen before that you can do that are kind of gaining steam in 2020 and going into the future. So the first thing that you could do is, if you are very knowledgeable about sports or about certain movies or TV shows or something, you could become a live commentator and basically talk about things as a live event is going on. Now, a lot of people do this. Well, actually, I shouldn't say a lot of people do this because they don't. I've only seen one or two people actually do this, but you can be a live commentator on sports where a lot of people don't even like the regular broadcasters that you get with ESPN or ABC or whoever is broadcasting the basketball or football or hockey or whatever event that you're watching. And maybe you could give a different perspective. Maybe you're more comedic than the regular broadcasters. Maybe people just like you because they like your podcast about the team or something. So I've seen local teams use a site called hotmic.io, and this is one that you can use where you can be a live broadcaster. What you do is you sync to where your commenters, your fans, they'll use like a invite code, and then they'll join your session, and then everybody will sync with the event. And everybody's kind of on the same timeline. Everybody's kind of in the same real time where they're getting the comments on time. You don't have people like lagging behind, and it's not real choppy like some of these other live broadcast programs on the internet. So you can join here at Hot Mic and become a broadcaster. You can learn more here at the broadcaster info page at the top here. And you can apply to become a broadcaster by clicking that orange button right there. So again, it's really good for, say, sports especially. You could try it with even movies, like, whatever big TV show is out or whatever movie might be coming out as it's released. You could set up a time where maybe people who listen to your podcast or watch your YouTube channel or something all get on live at the same time, and then you get paid for all the people that join in. So one example of this is JRE Fight Companion. This is basically the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, one of the most popular podcasts on earth. And sometimes he will do a thing where Joe Rogan and his friends will commentate on a UFC event, which is mixed martial arts, or sometimes I think they've done boxing events a few times. So they will have this going live on YouTube, but hotmic.io is actually kind of built for this. So you could do it either way. You could do YouTube Live, you could do Hot Mic, you could do some other platforms, maybe Facebook or something, but just kind of get people together, do it live. You can earn money different ways depending on the platform you're using, but you could commentate on sports, movies, TV shows, pretty much any kind of live event that a lot of people might be watching with you. Another thing you could do is be a video game coach. A lot of people didn't realize that there was such a big market for video game coaches. In fact, I didn't realize this until recently, but it's actually around a $1 billion industry now, according to Bloomberg.com. And if you look at a post that was on NPR.org just a couple of years ago, they had parents that they're seeing kind of a surge in parents hiring Fortnite coaches to help their kids get better at the game, because for some reason some of these parents were actually kind of embarrassed at how bad their kids were at a game that a lot of the kids played that were friends and stuff. And a lot of times, of course, kids who are friends have parents that are also friends, and then they might be talking about it, and one kid might be way better than the others, and the one whose kid is terrible might be kind of embarrassed. So some of these parents were actually hiring coaches to get their kids better at Fortnite. So you can actually do this as a video game coach for just about any major game. If you sign up for a site like Fiverr.com, for instance, you see some video game coaches on here. Fiverr.com is a freelance website where people actually, you kind of get more power as a freelancer instead of just kind of having to hunt for jobs that are being posted on, other freelance sites. But people come to you, you already have your prices set, they already know what you're going to charge, and you basically get paid, and then they leave reviews. And then the more good reviews you have, the more kind of traffic you typically get from the website. So this is a great way to do it. Another thing you could do is go to a website that's dedicated to this called gamersensei.com, where you can get paid to be a coach for Fortnite, League of Legends, Hearthstone, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, a lot of major games on here that a lot of people are interested in. You'll notice a lot of these are popular on Twitch and Mixer as far as people who like to watch streamers. So you can become a gaming coach on this site that's literally dedicated to that by going to the bottom left of gamersensei.com, clicking Become a Sensei, and then you can get paid if you are approved to start coaching people on playing video games. And you only have to be at least 13 years of age or older to do this. So this is a way you can actually make money as a teenager as well. Another thing that you might do that I haven't seen a lot of competition in yet is podcast notes, ebook notes, things like that. So you may have seen certain websites like Spark Notes or something like that where they have some notes on certain books. You may have used those back when you were in school to kind of get the gist of a book without having to read the whole thing. But you have people who are starting to do notes on like podcasts now because podcasts have become so popular. You could even do this with certain YouTube videos. A lot of YouTube interviews are really long. Like I used Joe Rogan Experience as an example. A lot of the episodes on here are 2, 3, or 4 hours long. And, you might want to just post certain notes for people who just want the gist of it really quickly. And then the way they monetize this website is they go and have a premium version where they have even better notes and, a lot of different types of things like ad-free across all platforms and stuff like that. So you could have a free version with, say, Google AdSense ads and like a paid version where people get a lot of premium notes, maybe for more in-demand episodes. You get ad-free, you get it, on your apps or your computer or a lot of different devices. But what you might want to do is, instead of trying to compete directly with something like podcastnotes.org, which has been around a while, you might want to niche down and focus on just nutrition or just fitness or just business or just investing or, lifestyle or whatever. And that way you can kind of, take informative podcasts, write notes about them. You probably like listening to them already, so it's going to be pretty fun for you. And then you can create even YouTube videos, podcasts yourself, or, blog content, of course, that covers the most important things that you learned from each episode. So that's another thing you could do. Just make sure you're not, copying and pasting big quotes and stuff like that to where you're violating fair use and all of that. So another thing you can do is Pinterest affiliate marketing. And I've covered this a couple of times, but a lot of people still don't know anything about this or have never heard of it. So what you do is affiliate marketing, of course, which a lot of people know about. If you're someone who's been trying to make money online, you've probably heard of it. You just get commissions for helping sellers sell their product. So you get a percentage of whatever gets sold. So Pinterest is a social media platform like Twitter or Facebook or something like that, where you can actually get paid for direct affiliate referrals through whatever programs you're using. They actually kind of got rid of this and made it to where you could not actually have affiliate links for a while, but then they went back and changed it to where they're like, you know what, this is actually not a bad thing for Pinterest and will allow affiliate marketers to post direct links. So what you do is you create Pinterest pins that are optimized for the website, of course. So you want them to be usually more vertical than wide. And then you want to create your own pins so that you can change the website on them to a direct affiliate link or to, say, a blog post that has more information and then has affiliate links on there. So to do this, to get the most interest and to get the highest conversion rates, obviously you want to use programs like either Amazon affiliate program, even though they cut commissions recently, or Etsy that has a lot of products like handcrafted goods, or eBay. And then you want to make it to where people will be interested in buying after seeing the Pinterest post itself. So, you see a lot of these Pinterest ones I have, they're mostly about, blog posts and stuff like that. But what you could do is create an infographic maybe you compare two products to each other, and then people can click on it and buy the product. Or you could have, say, a few pictures put together into one and optimize it for Pinterest, and people can click on it and buy it there. So there are many different ways you can do this. You can go to canva.com. This is a place where if you're not someone who's a graphic designer, you can find templates. You can go to the Pinterest pin section under social media posts, and then you have all these templates. You can change photos, change colors, change elements, music, video, all kinds of stuff. And then you can basically create your own custom pins while not being someone who's very good at graphic design. So you can do that. You can create infographics. You can do a lot of different things that will really look nice and make people want to click on them on Pinterest. And then again, just change the link to your affiliate link and use the pin itself to kind of sell it. Last but not least is a jobs board. Now, there are a few websites that do this already, but what you could do is have a jobs board as either a branch of your website or as an entire website dedicated to it, where people go for very specific types of jobs. Like, for instance, you have problogger.com/jobs. They have a section of the website under jobs where people pay $70 to post jobs on here that are just blog and just writing only. So they attract a very particular audience. They get a lot of traffic to this website, and people who are looking for blog work, freelance writing work, they have a lot of jobs to choose from, and it's all just that kind of stuff. You don't have to constantly sort through things and go through a bunch of different, cluttered websites to find a few good jobs related to writing. And it's just a really nice kind of niche way of doing this. You can also check out a site called authenticjobs.com. They have a lot of jobs for like design and web development and things along those lines. Software engineering. You see a lot of those types of jobs, and those are the only ones they accept on here. So it's another niche jobs board, and a lot of people will come to post here and will pay more because they attract a very specific audience. So they're more likely to get the job filled faster, and people will want to come here because it's so much less cluttered and stuff than, say, Indeed or Monster or some of these mega sites. So what you can do, I would recommend creating a WordPress website. That's just one of the best ways to go these days. And once you do that, you can either get a plugin where it creates like a side branch of your website, like problogger.com/jobs does. This website kind of started as a blog, and now it has ebooks and jobs and all these different branches of it. So if you want to just do it as a branch off of your website without getting a separate domain and all of that, you can do wpjobmanager.com and get the plugin that you can install for your WordPress site that's already existing. Otherwise, if you want a dedicated website as a job board, kind of like how Authentic Jobs does, then you can do a theme. A theme is pretty much the entire, theme of your website. It's the entire kind of, bones of your website, of how it looks, how it functions, the navigation and all of that. And you can create a jobs board website where people go to this specific domain to find these jobs, and that's pretty much what it's there for. So it can be a great way to make some passive income, and depending on how you do it, you want to just make it niche so that you're not trying to compete with Indeed and Monster and all these mega sites that have already been around a very long time. So those are a few different ways you can make money off of some business ideas that really aren't super, hard to compete with yet, because there are not that many of them, or a lot of people haven't really thought of these yet. So this might be a really good way to plan a business for the future, or for maybe even the end of 2020. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.